Good evening and welcome to the Blue Note Hawaii. Before we begin, we would like to remind about quiet policy and ask you to please turn cell phones off or vibrate. And during the CB's performance, there's no photography and no video or audio recording with any device. And now please put your hands together as we welcome to the Blue Note stage your host for the evening, Victoria Arnstein.
Guys, thank you. I get so overwhelmed. Please have a seat. That's so nice. You guys, I am Victoria Arnstein and I'm your MC for tonight. I hope you're having a good time. We have a great show for you tonight. Daryl Bonilla is here. This is going to be great. And Andy Bumatai, amazing. Legend. They called me in because they needed me to MC, because they needed me to warm you up, because I'm starting to get very famous now. Yeah, I'm starting to feel the effects, you know? Like a woman came up to me the other day and she's like, oh my God, hi, how have you been? I'm like, well, I'm good. Like she recognized me, you know? And I was like trying to figure it out, and then she finally told me, she's like, yeah, I saw you in Walgreens. You were telling a woman off? Famous fame, guys. I'm sorry. It's true. Anybody married here tonight? Any married couples? Yeah. Yeah? How long you married for? How many? Oh my God. What, lightweights? What about you? 45 years! Wow. It is not easy to be married, guys, right? Am I right? Oh my God, my husband travels so much that it's starting to get to me. Also, do you guys have any idea, like, when you have, like, fights and everything, over little things, right? Like, tiny things like, you know, the toothpaste is not covered, who's throwing out the garbage, right? Stuff like that. Right? You do. So I have the same thing, except, like, I get upset when my husband mixes stories up. Like, when he says, I was flirting with the UPS man. It's so ridiculous. It was the USPS man, guys. I mean, clearly one's wearing white, one's wearing brown. Come on. I hate when he mixes things up. But my husband does travel so much for business, and it's starting to make me a little bit crazy. Like, I actually made appointments with a doctor, and I went to go see a doctor, you know, just to get my my body felt up. Right? It's been a while, guys, you know. It was a really good examination, too. I gotta say, well, at least he said he was a doctor. He was wearing white. Anyway, the point is, it's not technically cheating if it's a doctor, right? No, I got very lucky. It was a very thorough examination, and for like little to no coverage. My next appointment's on Tuesday. It's very important to take care of your health, guys. Anyway, no, in all seriousness, I've been married 19 years, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's a long time, not 45, but, you know, I just celebrated 19-year wedding anniversary. Thank you. It was a very special night. My husband took me to this supermarket, and it was just so romantic. It wasn't just any supermarket, it was Whole Foods. I must be doing something right. Oh no, but 19 years ago when we went to the supermarket, it was pretty hot. Let me tell you, the produce, we would go to those produce aisles, right? And we'd tell each other what to do with the veggies. When we were feeling a little dirty, we'd go to the cleaning product aisle. By the time we got to the checkout, she was like, I think she wanted in. 19 17 years later, we go to the supermarket, we go to the produce aisle, and I gotta be honest, the produce, not as ripe as it used to be. Yeah, and the cleaning products, we actually use those for the house now. By the time we get to the checkout, we just feel used. So anyway, and a little bit about my husband also. He's 7 years younger than I am. Thank you. I don't have a joke for that. I just want to let you know. Anyone a feminist here? Any feminists out here tonight? That guy? Well, you know what, feminists, you're kind of messing up my shit. My husband's starting to think we're equal now, and I'm so much more superior than he is. Like lately, he's been asking me to do this thing called work. Whew, that was hard. I said, then what do I need you for? He said, I feel like all day, every day, all I do is work for you. That's all I do is work for you. I said, oh my God, honey. You're right, TikTok, great time's over. Who's over the top of this? Wrap that shit up. After the show, I did that joke. A woman came up to me. She was serious. She goes, don't you want to work? I said, no. She goes, don't you want to make your own money? I said, no, I want my husband to work and make my own money. Who's at the top of the food chain now? I said, she says, well, don't you want to contribute to the world? I go, what do you do? She goes, I'm a cake decorator. So she contributes to, like, obesity. Let me tell you something, I'm a mother of 3, okay? I got 3 toddlers in the bath, and no one died. That is an art. Let me tell you, I can negotiate with the best of them, okay? If there was ever a war, who do you think they're gonna call? The cake decorator? Quick, get the cake decorator! No, they're gonna call me. I'm way more skilled in negotiating. Thank you. I hate kids. Just gonna put it out there. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate everybody's kids. I just hate mine. I don't know everybody's kids. I'm sure if I met them, I would probably hate them too. No. If I ever did work, by the way, I would work for my husband because I can make my own hours and I could take long vacations, long breaks. And if anybody in the office has a problem with it, take it up with my boss. I'm sleeping with him. If my boss has a problem with it and wants to fire me, sue him for sexual harassment. No need for a march, ladies. Stick with me. So yeah, my kids, when I had, my kids were little, I would have a hard time with bedtime. Bedtime. Anybody have kids here? You have kids, right? You know what I'm talking about? Bedtime. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm like, you're not tired? Here's a bucket and a mop. Get to work. Start with the bathroom. It's a win-win. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's a win-win. If they don't go to sleep like you want, floors are clean by morning. Look how you get tips here tonight, you guys. You're welcome. I always made sure to tell my kids, could you do this for me? You're so good at it. Now that they're getting older, they're like, Mom, could you do this for me? You're so much better at it. And then we all have a laugh, and nothing gets done. So sad. So, anybody want to talk about anything tonight? Anybody? Are you traveling? Where are you here from? Alaska. Very nice, one of the 50. Very nice. Let me tell you something. No, because it's very funny, because I was in New York, and a woman came up to me. I was at an event, and this woman came up to me, and she says, hi, so what do you, how does it being back in the States? I'm like, what? The United Ones? She goes, yeah, like, duh. I go, oh yeah, I want to tell you a secret. I never really left the United States. She goes, what do you mean? Oh my God, I follow you on Instagram. You're lying? I said, no, Hawaii is part of the United States. She goes, yeah, but like, they're Hawaiian. Like, do you speak Hawaiian? I go, you know, it's so weird because I say the same words that we say and they understand. Like, I say idiot and they totally get it. I have to know where it's coming from, honestly. This woman was like so nuts. She's like, oh, you're running the New York City Marathon? I said, yeah. So she goes, oh, wow, I hope you win it. I said, yeah, thanks. I'm not going to win it. Thank you. She goes, well, with that attitude. You're so negative. Oh my God, 48,000 people and hundreds of elite runners. But you know what, I did think about it. I'm like, you know what? She's right. If I only believed in myself, I could have won that New York City Marathon. So I have a phone with my autocorrect. You guys have that? It makes me crazy, the autocorrect. I innocently wrote to my grandfather, "Hi, I'm coming to town. Are you around?" He's like, "What kind of question is that?" I look at my phone and said, "Hi, I'm coming to town, Grandpa. Are you aroused?" Oh, my phone knows me so well. Because I say that word a lot. And because he's hot. For 93. He's so cute. He's so cute. Oh, when my grandmother died, I wanted to cheer him up, so I took him to the gym. Right? He's like, "Victoria, what machine's going to make me sexy and buff for the ladies?" I'm like, "Grandpa, you're so cute. It's the ATM machine. And give me 5 reps of 20. Adorable. So yeah, I know. When I came to New York, from New York, people were like, "Wow." They understand me as like, a little bit privileged, a little bit, But I'm aware of it, Like sometimes I'll stop my car and I'll let some pedestrians go. I'll be like, "You may go, not you. You can go." I think that's nice. Thank you. And okay, so I wanted to wrap this up and let you know that I went to a parent-teacher conference. You know what that is? It's when you show that you give a shit about your kids. So I went and there was this one teacher, she was totally judging me. She was looking at me up and down. She says, "What's it like being a stay-at-home mom?" I said, "What? What makes you think I'm a stay-at-home mom?" She said, "Your pajamas?" I said, "Yeah, well, I'll have you know that this outfit happens to be a writer's uniform." "Yeah, I write from home." She said, "Oh, who do you write for?" I said, "I don't want to brag or anything, but I write for this really, really large network. I'm sure you heard of it. It's called Facebook. I upload on the daily, okay? That's hard work." I know it's a problem because when people ask me what my favorite book is, I'm like, Facebook? I am a bit of a Facebook whore because I'm all over it. But it's a kind of whore I don't mind being because, you can't get pregnant, you can't get a disease. So. And my friends told me I'm a Facebook addict, so I joined a support group for Facebook addicts like myself. Only it's on Twitter, so now we got that problem. This was one comment that was blaring out at me. I really didn't like it. First of all, I told the teacher, I'm like, "Hey, where did you graduate?" She goes, "Oh, I graduated top of my class at New York University with some Latin sorority shit like Master Beta, come harder." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you gotta stay with my kid all day and teach him shit." She's like, "Touche." But there was this one comment on Facebook that really stood out. It said, "You're nothing but a white, pretentious, spoiled bitch." I know. I wrote back. I said, "Mom, stop writing on my wall." Anyway, that's my time, and I'm going to introduce you a really great comedian. Put your hands together for Daryl Bonilla, guys. Thank you. Come on up, Daryl.
Victoria Arnstein, yes. I remember when I first met Victoria, she told me I had an accent. I thought that was funny. How you guys doing? Give you guys a round of applause coming out here to Blue Note supporting comedy. Yes. I was excited about today, so I went on Facebook and I invited all my Facebook friends. I have 1,484 Facebook friends. I invited all of them. And then it said 3 was coming. 3 was coming. But no, feel bad. Don't feel bad because it said 38 was interested. So they still might come. But I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be anywhere. I suffered a near-death experience. I don't know if anybody here has ever suffered a near-death experience, but I have. I almost got married. Almost got. Oh, was close. Was close. I'm doing much better. Thank you for asking. Don't get me wrong though, it's not like I didn't want to get married, it's just we came from two different places, you know, like I'm from Makaha, she was from hell. Couldn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. And I'm Puerto Rican Portuguese and I didn't know, oh thank you, but I didn't know until I started dating her that I have to be Puerto Rican Portuguese and psychic. Because apparently I have to read her mind and know what she was thinking at all times. That skipped a generation. But I can do the Duli Rice and Kachi Kachi music all day long. You know? That's right. But one good thing came out of it is I have a beautiful daughter who I raised as a single dad. I raised her all by myself. Thank you. Thank you for that smattering applause for being a responsible adult. Thank you for that. Very encouraging. But it's interesting being a single dad. It's not easy, don't get me wrong, but there are some perks to being a single dad. And one of the greatest perks to being a single dad is it gets me out of hanging out with my friends when I don't really want to hang out with my friends. Because you know how it is when you have no real responsibility and then you don't want to go out. Your friends always got to give you a hard time about it. They'll be like, hey, Daryl, we going out tonight. You gonna come out with us tonight? I'm like, I cannot tonight. Hey, you're such a panty, panty. Every time you panty on us, you panty out. Every time, panty. They go, why can't I hang out with us tonight? I gotta work tomorrow. You want panty. Now, a little bit different. They be, hey, Daryl, you gonna come hang out with us tonight? I go, ooh, cannot tonight. Still want panty, you still want panty. Every time, panty. Every time, okay. You get the pink panty, you probably get tongue panty. That's probably what you get on tongue panty. Panty. Hey, why you cannot hang out with us tonight? I gotta pick up my daughter. Oh, God bless you. That's a good man right there. God bless you. Yeah, make room, let him go. Kiss baby girl first. Kiss baby girl. Crazy. Like I mentioned, I'm from Makaha, which is in Waianae. You guys familiar with Waianae? Yeah. Liars. All liars. I'm from Waianae. I grew up there my whole life. And when I tell people I'm from Waianae, it's never, woo-hoo! It's always, where you from? Waianae. Ooh. They get nice sunsets over there. Seen them on the news. But yeah, I lived all the way in Waianae, and then about a year and a half ago, I moved all the way to Kapolei. That's as far as I could go. That's as far as I was like, too scary past Kapolei. But then things happen, and as of last week Friday, I'm back in Waianae. Back in Waianae. I feel like Waianae is one girlfriend that is very unhealthy for me. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how much times I try to get away from her, I always come back to her. You know what I mean? Because she'd be like, go, Daryl, go. Have fun with Kapolei. You'll be back. And you know what? I came back. And it's hard too, because I'm single, right? And I'm single, and it's hard for get girls for come to Waianae. You know what I mean? It's hard. But if you get a girl that drive all the way to see you in Waianae, that's one keeper. That's one keeper right there. Even if she roll up the windows and lock the doors, no stop for gas on the way in, that's one keeper. It's hard. And I just, I've been single for enough now where, because I got out of a long-term relationship because I never learned from the almost married debacle. But I think now I'm ready, I'm ready for a relationship. And I'm not looking for true love. I just get Facebook, Instagram love. You know what I mean? Because everybody on Facebook and Instagram, they're so in love. I see people in real life, I go, they're not in love. But I see a picture on Facebook and Instagram, that's love. And I know. And when I see girls always posting about their man, or their babe, or boo, or dude, or guy, you know, love of their life, I know they mean it. I know that girl means it. Because she said the same thing about the guy before that one, and the guy before that one, and the guy before that one. I just like that relationship, you know, where while I'm lying down next to her, I'm sleeping, and she's looking at me, and all she can think about is all the ways she can kill me while I sleep. Because ladies, you know, you had that moment where you just sitting next to him and you don't open your mouth, you just talk through your teeth and you're like, oh, I can kill you right now. Oh, I like kill that guy, but I love him, but I like kill him. That's sort of like true love. But sometimes I'm pretty confident, but sometimes I get insecure, like if I meet this girl and I like her and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, there's no way I can get one chick like that. There's no way I can get one chick like that. She would never go out with me. And then I see the kind of guy she dated, I go, oh, I totally could have gone out with her. I totally could have gone out with her. I saw that chance. Oh. And I tried Tinder. Anybody ever tried Tinder? Yeah. Tinder is interesting. Because Tinder is all superficial, right? Because you see pictures of somebody, and if you like what you see, you swipe right. If you don't like what you see, you swipe left. And I didn't know until I went on Tinder that I had a certain taste in women. Because I would go on Tinder and I'd see these girls, I'm like, oh, is that one hot chick? And is that one hot chick on one mountain? Ugh, that means she hike. I don't like hiking. What's that? Wow, what's she doing? She's surfing. Gross, gross. What's she doing? She's lying down reading one book. Yes, that's my speed. That's my speed. Because I'm not into all that stuff, you know, like skydiving, bungee jumping, roller coasters. I'm not into that. I get to stairs and I think twice before I go up. You know what I mean? I'm not into that stuff. But the people I know, they love that stuff. And you know how it is when you get somebody that loves something, they gotta make you love it too. They gotta try to get you. They go, Daryl, you gotta do this with us. I go, I cannot. I gotta pick up my daughter. They go, hey, I saw your comedy. You lying. You lying. I was like, oh, that's right. I was like, but why I gotta do this? They go, Daryl, you feel alive when you do this. You feel alive. I don't know about you guys, but when I feel alive, what I do is I take my two fingers just like this, and I put them right over here, and I feel alive. Dating too, and I'm getting older, and that sucks. Getting old, yeah, I know. I hate everything about getting old. I do. I don't know what you're saying. You're like, Daryl, what are you talking about? You're not old. You look good, and you're right, but still. And if somebody says getting old is great, they're senile. They don't know. They have no idea. It could be on carrot, could be on crayon. They don't know. And what is something else people like to say? They go, oh, I'm not getting old. I'm like wine. I get better with age. I'm like wine. You know who says that? Alcoholics. Alcoholics say that. Nothing good about it. And you know you're getting old by the noises you make by simply getting up. You get that moment, you lying down, you watching TV, you're here, the remote's there, and you kind of like, I guess I'm watching Lifetime today. It's a little too far. It's a little too far. It's weird, it's just weird. Like how things work, you get older. Like your ears get bigger, but your hearing get worse. You start losing things when you get older. You lose your keys, you lose your wallet, you lose your erection, you lose a lot of stuff. Hey guys, don't worry though, don't worry. Sometimes you find your wallet again. Even conversations change when you get older. You ever watch two old friends who never see each other a long time? All they talk about is what's wrong with him. That's all they talk about is what's wrong with him, right? They'd be like, hey, how you doing, man? Long time no see. How you been? How you been? My blood pressure real high right now, yeah. I stay hypertension. Went to the doctor, he gave me these blue pills, but I should be okay. I should be okay. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, I get gout. Yeah, I get gout. Yeah. The gout came back. I gotta keep my foot up, but you know me, I love the pork. I love the pork. And here's a piece of advice for you people if you're getting older. If somebody come up to you and go, hey, you remember Rodney from high school? Say no. Because if you say yeah, it's usually followed by, yeah, he died. Yeah, he died. That's why it's hard, you know, dating and stuff like that when I get older. Because now when I date somebody, I gotta check their age. I gotta get age verification. You know what I mean? Because they tell me the age, I gotta start doing that Y9 math. They go like, hey, if I had her when I was if I was 17 and I had a kid, yeah, she could be my kid. Okay, never mind. Move on. How's your mom? Your mom's single? Your mom? No, okay. Just checking. You know what I mean? Crazy. So everything is it. That's why I mentioned like almost getting married. How many married people in the house? Married people, make some noise. Married people, make some noise. Yeah. Now, how many of you happily married people, make some noise? Liars, all liars. No such thing as a happily married couple. No, there isn't. Get couple, you're protesting too much. That means yes, there is. Where's your husband? He not here though. He not here. Just me and my girlfriends came out tonight, but I love my husband. Don't get me wrong though, don't get me wrong. I get couples that get along, but they're not really happy. Because at some point you look at yourself in the mirror, you look at your partner, and you kind of like, You already went paddle out all the way out into that ocean. Now you gotta ride that wave all the way back in. And if you don't believe me, try to talk to a married couple, but don't talk to them together. Don't talk to them together. Talk to them separately. Two different answers. You talk to a lady, ask her anything about her husband, and they all sound disgusted, no matter the answer. Be like, hey, how's your husband doing? He's doing okay, I guess. Yeah, he just got this new job and stuff. I guess I love him. Yeah. And men is no different. Men are scared. They live in fear of their wives. You ask one guy anything about his wife, and they all look like they're crossing the street in major traffic before they answer. It's like, hey, how your wife? She's okay. She's okay. She's good. She's good. She's good. And men feel like the longer they're in a relationship, the more they kind of go backwards. You know, like the evolutionary chart. Like they go backwards, right? Because you see one guy when he first started with the relationship, he's always like walking tall, proud, he talk all the time, like, hey, what's that? He's like all lively, and then as time goes on, he just sort of, you know, his posture get a little bit more like this, and then you know this guys, the longer their relationship, the less they talk. They just say words and grunts. Hey, how you doing? So everything okay with you in the way? So everything, no, but everything okay? Yeah. That's why I don't understand why people got so crazy about that whole same-sex thing. You know what I mean? Because, look, I don't get political, but I'm against same-sex. I am against same-sex. I think couples should have different sex. Because if you have same-sex at the same time, you're kind of boring, huh? So you gotta change it up a little bit. That's what I don't understand, right? Because if you're one of those people that really, really, really hate gay people, and you really, really like them suffer, let them get married. Then they can suffer like all of us. It's great doing comedy, especially local comedy, because local comedy, we can make fun of anybody, any race, and nobody get all mad, you know, because we all messed up. You know what I mean? Nobody get all crybaby about it. Yeah. That's what's fun. We can laugh at ourselves. But nowadays, people are getting real PC about everything, right? They don't know how to talk about people. It's like, oh, is it blacks? Is it whites? Is it Jewish? Is it Jews? And I'm like, you know what? No matter how bad that sounds, nothing makes it sound worse than when you add the word the in front of it. Once you add the word the in front of it, it becomes the worst thing in the history of the world. The blacks, the whites, the gays, the Jews, the wife, you know, stuff like that. But that's how it is, right? Because like I mentioned before, when girls talk about their man, it's more possession, it's more mine. I'm going out with my husband. That's my husband. We're celebrating my husband's birthday. Mine. Guys, almost like they caught one disease. Yeah? It's like, what you doing tonight? I'm not doing nothing. I get the wife. I know I'm lying, but I get the wife. Yeah. Maybe next week I'm not going to have the wife, but this week I got the wife. I joke. But like I mentioned, being from Waianae, and it's interesting in Waianae. Waianae, I noticed, especially during like the people walking around and stuff like that, the homeless people. And I watched them and I go, wow. And I realized homeless people get the worst imaginary friends, yeah? You ever see a homeless guy with just, oh, shut up! Shut you up! I'm gonna knock you off! I'm gonna knock you off! Get away from me! You never see a homeless guy going, hey buddy, let's take a walk to the beach, yeah? Let's take a walk to the beach. Hey! The light's red. You don't cross on the red, you silly imaginary friend, you. It's tough, man. But the thing about Waianae is that I can walk anywhere, anytime, no matter what. And nobody gonna mess with me. Nobody gonna mess with me. Because I tell you, if I'm walking, somebody go, hey, you, yeah, you. Where you from? Yeah, where you from? Oh, I'm from Waianae. Oh, what did you grad? What did you grad? What did you grad? Oh, I grad 93. 93, yeah. Oh, you know Ronnie? Yeah, I know Ronnie. Yeah, he died. Yeah, he died. Thank you guys very much. My name is Daryl Bonilla. You guys have been awesome. Thank you guys.
I am famous, but you know, I was so famous that they didn't put me on the flyer. Mainly because they didn't want paparazzi buzzing around. No, fame is a curse to me. I really believe that. Like, I would really not want to be famous. I know it's almost inevitable, it's hilarious, but I don't want to be famous because there's a possibility that they can hold my kids for ransom. And my biggest fear is the media finding out that I took 3 days to think about paying the ransom. I said 3 days, not 3 years. Every parent could use a break, am I right, guys? Oh, my kids are so clingy and expensive. I have to pay for everything that my husband gives me. I have to pay for their food. I have to pay for their violin lessons. I have to pay other children to play with them. I'm kidding, they don't play violin. Anyway, I want to introduce to you a legend of legends, okay, guys? Give it up. Put your hands together, guys. Give a warm welcome to Andy Bumatar.
Ladies and gentlemen, Victoria. Yes, Victoria. And Daryl Bonilla, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? I like Daryl. Even though his name sounds like a medical condition. It's like, I'm sorry, the tests are in, you have Daryl Bonilla. So let's find out who's here. How many tourists do we have? Clap your hands, visitors to Hawaii. Yeah. One person and we know where you're parked. How's that? Okay, now for the tourists who don't want to admit it, because I know a lot of you tourists looked around and said, no, don't say anything. Look around, they're all locals. Okay, for the tourist, you will hear every once in a while a term you may not be familiar with, like howling. If you hear howling and you don't know what it is, you are one. And you're going to get the straight skinny here, because this is not a tourist show. You probably noticed that. You notice it didn't start with, oh, whoa, Anytime you hear that at the beginning of the show, you are about to be fed buckets of crap. Now, put your fingers in your ears. How many local people do we have here? Thank you. And for the tourists, I want you to know how impressive this is that locals are in Waikiki. I know you hate it. Well, no, tourists, you don't know. Local people hate coming to Waikiki. And it's the parking. Am I wrong? No, you can give a bar of gold away with every ticket, right? In Waikiki, and local people will still go, oh yeah, that's fine, Robert. What about the parking? And do not lose your ticket. Right? If you park, you lose your tickets. It's actually less expensive just to give them your car. Okay? So, yeah, that's how many tourists, that's how many locals, how many people don't know where they're from. Yes, thank you. My family made it. I really Yes, well, you know, I'm kind of back home here. This is where I grew up. Waikiki, and I want to clear the air for people who are asking about this cancer I went through recently. Don't know if you heard, but I had tongue cancer about 2.5 years ago, and it looks like everything's fine. So I gotta tell you, think about how ironic that is. I speak for a living. I get tongue cancer. I'm just glad I'm not a porn star. One of the few times in my life that has worked out, and it's good. And I got to tell you, when the doctor told me this, and I said to him, I go, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, how do you get tongue cancer? I swear to God, he turns to me and says, we're not sure, but we think it may be sexually transmitted. I said, what? He says, well, you probably have some activity in your 20s, but we're not sure, but we're fairly certain. Well, I'm telling you, what a shock that was. I'm there, and I'm staring out the window, I'm thinking about my life, and finally I turned to the doctor and I just said,